Hello and welcome back to another Album Book Club EP review. This week we are reviewing Gravity by Maris. This EP came out in 2023 and it's classified underneath indie pop. This was a suggestion by one of our viewers and we're excited to get started. Right?
Yup.
Alright. That was track number 1, Out of My Depth. I think we're going to give that a 7 out of 10.
I guess I'll give it a 6, but I have an explanation.
Yeah, I'll give it a 6.
It's an intro.
It's an intro.
It's an intro. The rules.
I liked the vocals on this enough for it to get an extra bonus point.
Fair?
That's really all it is. I think this vocalist has a very pretty voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't quite understand the purpose of intros or outros on EPs.
Yeah.
But it was solid for what it was. It's very short. Very short.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Yeah, sounded good. All the vocal layers were good. It's an intro.
Does its purpose. All right. Sounds like we're ready to get into the next track.
Next track. Gravity. She said the name.
She said the thing. That was track number 2, Heavenly Bodies. I think I'm also going to give that one a 7 out of 10.
I think I'm going to agree with you. 7.
Yeah, I think that's the right score for it.
It's kind of basic pop song, but that's what we're kind of expecting with this. I think the choruses sound really good. I think it's pretty fun. We were talking about this a little bit while we were listening, but the Marianas Trench reference that you made, Connor, It sounds a lot like them. The little gaps that we get at the end, I think it's a little bit of an interesting choice. I wish like it wasn't complete silence. I wish there was something going on in the background still, but that's just like
it wasn't. There was a drone or something there.
No, there was just one bit where everything cut out. Like one or two beats where it was legitimately everything, and it like jarred me just a little bit.
Everybody does that.
Yeah,
that's all over the place. It's nothing we haven't seen.
The millennial pause.
Yeah. I feel like this is supposed to be at the end. This is the like tie-in song at the end of the Trench album.
Yeah, I do think it's very oddly placed. I also think it's very, very, very like radio pop, and it's fine. It was solid. Felt like it was off the Greatest Showman soundtrack, which was 2018. So it's a little behind as far as pop standards go, even for its time, but still solid.
All right, I think we're ready to get on to track number 3.
See, I liked
everything.
I like the stacked vocals there right at the end, and then it went into my least favorite thing I've ever heard.
Oh, I did not like stacked vocals. There was some sort of robotic something.
Well,
going
yeah,
on.
but it was that robot effect I thought was cool. I like it. If used sparingly, it's good.
Yeah.
And it seems like that's what we're gonna get.
All right, that was track number 3. Was It a Dream? I'm gonna give it a 7 as well. I'm kind of just sticking with that.
I'm gonna give it a 5.
Yeah, I'm also at a 5.
I think I know what's going on.
It's the instruments that they're using. I mean, the vocals are good throughout every song that we've heard so far. I even liked the layered robot effect on like the build up into the part that I didn't like. The whole first 15 seconds of this were good, but it did not go where I thought it was going to go, and it went in a direction that I do not like.
Yeah. I think the vocalist is very good, and I think this beat does not provide any semblance of that. There's a lot of auto-tuning over all of it. There's way too much as far as like over-processed instruments going on. It feels very inauthentic and very thick, which is like, it's a sound a lot of people want, I guess. I just think when you're a good vocalist and you do that, it kind of screws you over. Look at what T-Pain did when he started actually singing. So.
Yeah, I really can't blame you guys there. The thing that kind of put it back in its spot for me, I think I like the radio pop a little bit more than you guys. I find it at least a lot more like withstandable. You know, I don't absolutely hate the stuff. I find some of it really fun. And I actually found something in here that I thought was really fun. All the little bits that we get in the background, like going back and forth. I thought that sounded really nice, and it actually kept me in this kind of driving groove for pretty much the whole song. I was able to let a lot of it just kind of slip by, a lot of those like nuance type things. I guess I wasn't listening as deeply as I should have.
I don't think it takes that much. It's really the thing that I don't like about it is the instruments used, mostly the effects on the guitar, the synth choices in this style of music, which sucks because as of filming, we have had a string of really good synth sounds.
All right, well, next track.
Next track.
All right, that was track number 4, Crashland. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10.
It's getting a 4.
Yeah, I'm giving that 4.5.
All right, so a lot of interesting decisions were made, but this is starting to really ride the I'm just making safe radio pop kind of vibe. And this one has it even worse with the synths. The synth noises are not great here.
I understand it. I really do. Because when you make pop music, you tend to listen to a lot of pop music and popular music. So you just take from a lot of different influences because obviously you don't want to make your entire discography like X, Y, and Z. So then you end up tending to split it up and you get this wide variance like we have. The only problem is when you have that wide variance, you can't really get a regionalized market for it, and thus people can't be like, oh, I like Taylor Swift and you sound like Taylor Swift, so I like you. They just go, oh, I like this song by you. So I think it's a very odd choice, especially on an EP, to throw out like what we're up to 4 different concepts now.
This song commits the cardinal sin of sounding like Lil Dicky's Earth, which is probably my least favorite song ever made. All the instrument choices are really similar. The vocals are better than that, but
the last thing I wanted to say about this one is that I did think the chorus was actually pretty good. I thought the chorus was pretty catchy. I thought it was done well. But other than that, I believe we are on to the next track.
Next track.
They're going. That's all it is. That was track number 5, False Idol. I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a 5.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that a 4. It's getting progressively worse, and it's just making me more and more upset how far the vocalist has gotten of singing, like truly singing, and then just going for this like overly pop vocal effect, and the background music is getting worse and worse. There was an actual promise at the beginning of this EP of like a really good singer, and now it's just completely gone out of my brain. I don't want to hear it anymore.
Yeah, it's gone almost full corporate pop at this point.
Yeah.
Like everything sounds manufactured, and obviously I can't ignore the vocalist. I think she still does well here. Like her actual voice is very nice.
Oh, she does good, yeah.
But it just feels so fake. Like I want so much more. Like your vocals are good enough to give us a lot more than this.
If I heard this at a live show, I know for a fact you're only running tracks and you're going to sing in blurts. That is the impression I get from this song, and that's how I feel from it. And that's not a good feeling. You should not be able to listen to a track on an EP and go, yeah, I know you're not going to really sing this at a live show.
I don't even know. There's not even really anything else to add to that. It's just, it's the song of all time. I don't know.
It has all the pieces a song needs to have. It has a chorus.
Can we get an acoustic cut of this EP? I bet that would go hard.
Yeah, like this EP, but filled with soul instead of whatever it's filled with. All right, next track.
Also, I've decided that at the end of this, we're going to play her most recent song to see if this was just like a let's get found by somebody.
Mm-hmm.
This is feeling like a demo reel.
Yeah.
That was track number 6, Goodbye Forever. I'm actually going to give that track a 7.
I am going to agree with you. 7.
Dare I say a 7.5?
You know what? I'll bump mine up to a 7.5. I think you're right.
I'm happy. She sang on this one. There was
soul.
We
got her back.
There was still some corporatism to it, right? And I get it. And there was a very obvious influence, and I respect it. But there was singing again, and very beautiful singing. It was very nice and pleasant. I'm glad that we were back to bass.
It was very nice to hear the full, like, fleshed out vocal tones again. I forgot just how much of that had turned into mush with the last couple tracks. So hearing it all come back, beautiful, beautiful vocals here.
I'm not going to be the third person to just say vocals are good, because they were. There's not really much of the rest of the track, but there doesn't need to be. This is a vocal showcase, and it did good.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Album art.
All right.
I tell you what this is.
Gotcha.
I'm going to give this album art a 6.5 out of 10.
Read my mind. 6.5.
I'm going to give it a 5. It's very tacky. The text in the two corners is the saving grace, I think. I think those two actually look really good on there. Mm-hmm. And had you had just yourself in space, it probably would have been more funny to me and more passing. But this just, I don't know.
I feel like if the faces were spread out a little bit more and it looked like it was space a little bit more, the effect would be better.
Yeah, it is this just screams 90s to me. But not like in a good way. This is like a t-shirt you'd buy in a thrift store in the 90s.
Maybe it's because I know the actual filter that they used for this picture, but I mean, I agree that it would look better if they were spaced out, but I know that it could not have been the way that they shot it, so I guess I give it a little more of a pass for that. But I like the colors. Like there's the outline of all of them have like a blue orange kind of, or a purple orange kind of going on. I like that.
Yeah, I think the image is pretty good. I was at a 7, and then like, it's kind of tacky, so take a half point off. It's pretty good. I really like the text. Text looks really good.
I also don't think it particularly lets you know anything about what you're listening to in any way.
The last song, I think.
The last song, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
If we had an EP of just the last song,
if we had an EP of just the last song, it would have done way good in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Numbers, yeah. All right, do we want to check out their newest track?
Yeah, there has been a pretty dramatic rebrand from that first one to this song. This is Mary and I, or Plus I.
That was a big difference.
Like, it's the same instruments and the same singing, but the energy is way up. The production is up. It's like expanded on the sound we already had, which is what we were complaining about the entire EP.
Right, so that was their newest track, and boy, what an improvement. Like, that one jumped up to like a solid 8, almost 8.5. I think they really fleshed out some of the things that we were complaining about. We still hear a lot of the same sounds, but we get a lot more fleshed out tones. We get a lot more energy in the background. Sounds really nice.
Yeah, spot on.
To pretty much everything.
Got it all. It's a good track. Everything is significantly better. That's just the big step up. Everything feels a lot less, I guess, compressed. We can say that word here. It's a lot less tight. It's more open, more freeing. There's a lot of energy, a lot of get up, and some of that does come with time. This is 2 years later, but also a lot of that comes with just being good at it and figuring out what you want to do and doing it. So, good job.
Yeah, I got nothing left. You all took everything.
Sorry, my big mouth talked for too long.
I know, you nailed it all.
All right. If you made it this far, make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure to comment EPs that you'd like us to take a listen to. Yeah.
Bye now.